her first thought was that her man friend might be an angel, and then she said to herself, "Yep, probably is." She thought, if we marry, would our children be giants like in the Bible? I know it sounds sort of crazy, but that's what she was thinking. Well, what about you? Ever privately thought to yourself how nice it would be to meet an angel, get married, and have giant children? They would all become basketball stars like Shaquille O'Neal. Ever imagined if such a thing were even possible? Well, stay tuned, because this video will answer those questions for you. Because we're going to delve into God's giants and myths, and can angels really procreate with women? It says in Genesis 6:4, and there were giants. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterwards, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Question: did the giant Nephilim come from fallen angels marrying up with human women? Are fallen angels roaming the earth today, seeking women to marry and have children? In Greek mythology, gods were notorious for seducing mortal women. Zeus was the champion player, disguising himself as animals or even as someone's husband to trick women into affairs. Out of these unions came legendary heroes like the Greeks' Heracles, whom the Romans renamed Hercules. But here's the kicker: that's mythology. Some people today take this idea and say, hey, maybe that's how the Nephilim in Genesis 6 were born. Fallen angels seducing mortal women. But does that hold up biblically? Hate to spoil it for you, but not how it happened. What did Jesus himself say about angels and marriage? The strongest argument against the fallen angel and women theory is right from Jesus. In Matthew 22:30, he says, angels neither marry nor are given in marriage. Translation: angels don't date, don't flirt, and don't procreate. So if angels can't marry or reproduce, how in the world would they father kids with humans? Jesus' words slam the brakes on the angel-human hybrid theory. So if not angels, who were the sons of God in Genesis 6? Here's the alternative that makes sense. The sons of God were the godly line of Seth, and the daughters of men were the wicked line of Cain. This wasn't about interspecies hookup. It was about believers marrying unbelievers. That compromise led to corruption and wickedness so bad, God sent the flood. Even if angels could, does the theory make sense? Not really. Here's why. Jude 1:6 and 2 Peter 2:4 say, sinful angels are kept in chains. If every affair landed them chained in prison, how did Nephilim keep showing up after the flood? Angels can appear in human form, Genesis 18-19, but that's not the same as having working human biology. If Nephilim were half-demon hybrids, could Christ even save them? Scripture says salvation is for those made in the image of God. Consequently, there isn't a plan of salvation for hybrids. You see, it muddles the teaching, making Scripture become a theological circus. Okay, so what's the takeaway for us today? It's not about angel-human hookups. The real message in Genesis 6 is about compromise, believers marrying unbelievers. The good book also says in 2 Corinthians 6:14, do not be unequally yoked to unbelievers. The meaning here is clear. Believers shouldn't hook up with unbelievers. Over time, the unbeliever will cause your faith to suffer. They will bring you down. That's what happened in Genesis. Over time, the unbelieving daughters of men destroyed the faith of the believing sons of Seth. The corruption became so pervasive, God sent the flood. That's what corrupted humanity and invited judgment. Jesus' words are clear. Angels don't procreate. The Nephilim weren't angel-human hybrids. They were the tragic result of godly people compromising with ungodly culture. So please do me a favor, don't misunderstand the underlying message, which is this: bad company corrupts good morals. So now, if you gained insight into the giant Nephilim of Genesis 6, that they were not children of fallen angels, but that they were regular, very large human beings born from the sons of God and the daughters of men, you know what to do. Smash that like button and slam that subscribe. We out.